Yo, what's going on, everyone? So today we're gonna take a look at Wink, WIN coin crypto. Let's take a look what's going on. It actually decided to bounce off the 50 MA, which I'll show you guys in the charts in a second. But first off, let's just take a quick glance at the overall market, see what's going on. So Bitcoin's actually up a little bit, 57.8K from the other night. ETH is currently back now over 2, was recently under at 19 something, but Binance we see up 414. Look at that, making some crazy moves here. Also we got XRP 98, almost $1. So far Cardano, we got the top 10 spots still chilling, looking pretty green today. But let's go over here. Let's take a look. What's Wink going on? So I'll type in WINK, Wink win, same thing. And make sure you guys click on the one with the gold light writing, because there's some that look similar, but it's basically this one. And basically here we go. We got 0.001889 when I'm recording this, and that makes that market cap at least right now 592 mil. And then overall volume, it was slightly down obviously from the highs, but I mean still we got 1.4 bill volume, so like huge amount of volume. And you can see the circulating supply and total supply over here. But currently we are ranked 1, 2, 3, literally 123 right now when I'm recording. And we can see here the chart. So again, if you guys didn't know, Wink went absolutely crazy, spiked up super high, and it started selling off, which is expected, but now decided to bounce back off. So I'll deep dive into the chart because you can't really see it with this view right here. But in case you guys don't know, pretty much it's like an online gaming platform, but for like it resembles more of like the casino type feel, games like that. So I mean, I can hop over and show you guys actually the website in case this is the first time you guys don't even know what Wink is. And if you already know, then feel free to just chill. And I'll just show like a quick glance of the sites. So I'll just click here for them. And basically you can see here, I got like games. Seems like, more like gambling style based off the just the designs and things. But pretty much like, for instance, here, I'll just click on this dice one. And if it wants to load, and you pretty much can like bet, you can see the payout, win, your balance, etc. Chats, things of that nature. And that's basically like an overall view of Wink and like just what they do. And then if you want to see their white paper, feel free to check that here. And also they have like a simple explanation, pretty much gaming platform. You socialize, stay across multiple blockchain ecosystems, and pretty much leverage the WIN token within the platform. And then here's some more fun facts about it, but I'm not gonna spend too much time looking at that. But again, if you have no idea what exchanges any cryptocurrency is on, and even just Wink, always click on markets, and this will just show you. So Binance is the king right now. The volume is literally 83% is being traded with just Binance alone. So if you're not from the US, there are exchanges that have like US specific for trading, but also just be careful if you aren't like you're trading on some like foreign exchange, because again, they could restrict you due to geographical location, things of that nature. But for the most part, I think people should you can do your own research and figure that out yourself. But all right, so here I am on Wink's chart, and just remember, everything in this video is for entertainment purposes only. This is not financial advice. Be sure to do your own research before making any investments. So far right now, I am currently just using Tether US pair with Binance Exchange, and this is just 1 hour chart. So for the most part, obviously, I'm not gonna just go repeat what happened, but basically the massive spike up, sell off. We went below the 50 MA, and at first, when we started looking like we're trending downwards, but recently we actually looks like we broke out. Now we were trending above it, and then we currently sold back down, and now we're pretty much looked like we're about to start trading sideways. So this could go either way. At least currently, short term, like in the next few days or so, that RSI isn't heavily overbought yet. So technically, I think there could be some more room for this to increase in price. It could be short-term increases because we have new resistance levels forming at like this price point here. But then obviously, if we were to continue downtrend, we could test this area here for supports. And I'm utilizing this candlestick here, and then these two right there. And that's like I say our most recent levels that we could say the nearest support is in the short term. And then obviously, if this were to overall market Bitcoin drops significantly, and then Wink just doesn't maintain support here, then pretty much we could try in this area. But the majority of support is back in these candlesticks here. So just like no worst case scenario. But at least in the short term, is currently trading sideways right now. And then if you were to look at this from the 4 hour chart, it actually basically shows it touching the 50 MA, and then pretty much it did it twice. So it went from the top to the high here, touched it, slightly went sideways, touched it again, and then another green candlestick, and now it's back up here. So this is more of a longer term view, because if you can see these like numbers, this is the dates at the bottom. It's like you can see April 8th, and pretty much if as just as I move here, this goes straight from April to May. So this is like a month's time frame. So like almost like 3 weeks or so we still have left. So I mean, ideally, I'd like to see this continue trend upwards, but most likely it could continue going sideways. But we could test the 50 MA as a potential support level too. And this is, I would say, on the 4-hour chart though. So I mean, RSI it's pretty much right now in the middle. So there's no real indication that it's going to sell off or that it's going to have massive buys. But for the most part, it seems like once we hit like this low point here, it did start to trend upwards. So I mean, we still got some more space here before that could consider it starting to become overbought. So potentially again, overview from a longer viewpoint, maybe we could see it test the highs again. But let's just see what would happen if, or what's the percent gain if this were to go back from the high. So right now we're currently right here. So this price point is like 0.019. I'm not gonna read the whole thing, but it's basically like 0.19 or 0.019. And from that, at the high again, that's like a 50+% increase. So let's just see mathematically what type of volume we're gonna look at. So market cap, let's just round that to like 600 mil. Basically half of that. So we're gonna put it closer towards the almost towards the billion price points in terms of market cap, assuming we get like a 50% or half of the market cap increase, which is, I mean, that's still a lot of money. But for it seems like crypto, especially with this volume being traded, we got 1.4 bill. Ideally, if the volume were to increase significantly, then yeah, most likely we could see this continue to surge up. But for the most part, I mean, right now it seems like, let's just see this bounce, because technically, if you go back, let's actually go back to 4-hour chart. It's probably easier to show you. Pretty much from the drop, we went from, let's see, the high, the drop we did almost pretty much like a 50+% drop. And then the bounce right now looks like pretty much, at least right here, like a 30+%. So it's micro. It's not crazy, obviously, like, you know, these gains over here where we had, look at this gain in the short period of time. I mean, we're looking at what, like 700+%. So yeah, it's going to be super volatile here. So once this starts continuing trading sideways for the next few weeks, then it could indicate whether or not we are forming new highs and we're trending upwards. As long as we can maintain above 50 MA, that'd be really, really good. But if it does decide to break down and then start trending downwards, then that could indicate one or two things. One, the overall market's down, or two, just the volume, the demand, and pretty much the interest in Wink might have died down too. But that's just like my quick overview. And what I think could happen is it could test the support levels here short term, or we could see it test the actual some resistance around here. But these are micro, I'd say, price jump, so it's not too big of a deal. And let's hop over to the actual Twitter. Let's just see if there's any updates. So I actually saw this one, and let me know if there's another Twitter, because obviously it looks slightly odd, like the username and everything. But based off the following and the tweets, it seems like this is the official one. But do correct me if there's another one out there. And they have the link, everything. But for the most part, they show updates and, like you can see here, but some, you know, game challenges. But there's one thing here I want to show you is they got a new game alert too. So in terms of like the user experience, the actual product, looks like they're adding new things. So this one's called Lotto, and I'm assuming that means the same outside the US, but I'm sure you guys can understand like what this actually means in terms of like how this game is. And you can see you have additional games, so you can bet with like Tron, USDT, etc. And then here are just some other tweets updating you guys. And these are all like from April 7th. So feel free to check it out. And also, I actually made a video on Blink too. So that's an interesting to see. They have a Blink tweet right there. So yeah, I'd say recommend if you always want to see like the most recent updates. Typically the Twitter does it. Sometimes they're delayed depending on which company you're looking at. But usually I would go to the official Twitter first and then check like, you know, some forum or some like random news sites just to confirm, because you know how some news sites, they like oversell or emphasize or highlight things that aren't necessarily true. But usually you can see like exactly what they posted on their official social media pages. But aside from that, if you made it this far in the video and you want to get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,850, then be sure to click the first link in the description below, sign up for an account, and as long as you deposit a minimum of $100 or more, you'll be able to receive 2 free stocks valued up to potentially $1,850. And aside from that, be sure to hit that subscribe button, smash the like button for more videos, and I'll see you in the next.